Hey guys, it's currently a Monday, November 3rd. I need to give a recap of Halloween. It fell on a Friday, which was my live stream day, but I had a secondary setup upstairs for the trick-or-treaters. I missed the first initial rush of them because I thought they were gonna come a little later because last year the rush did start later. But that was okay because Christian was on candy duty and then I handled the rest of it, and we ended up with 136 trick-or-treaters, which is our lowest year yet. It's been going down every year since we moved here, which is sad in a way, but on the bright side, I can make up the little goodie bags more. Like I can put more in them if we have fewer trick-or-treaters. This year we didn't even have goodie bags. We just gave bags of chips because I ran out of time. I also was not going to do a costume really this year. I was just going to throw something together with what we have. But I, at the last minute, decided to be the Louvre robbers. So Christian and I got the green high-vis vest and just put on a bunch of jewelry and stuff. And that worked out well. So I wore that Friday and then also again on Saturday because we went to a friend's place for a Halloween party, which was really fun. And Christian left my circlet in the Uber, so that thing's gone. We tried reaching out, but haven't gotten any response back. So yeah, I don't think we're getting it back. It's not very expensive. It's just a cheapy little thing. I was just attached to it. It survived all my declutterings. And yes, it's now Monday. It's back to work on shop prep because I'm releasing new products on Saturday, November 8th. That's tomorrow if you're watching this video, the day I'm uploading it. Saturday, November 8th at 12 p.m. noon, Mountain Standard Time. Daylight saving just ended here, so if you don't do daylight saving time or the time change happens a different weekend, make sure you've got the correct time. 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Now in the last vlog I said I was going to spend some time working on the product spreadsheet. I actually didn't end up doing that. I ended up going hard on the digital download copy of the coloring book, and I got everything done with lots of trial and error and saving out files multiple times. It's up, it's good to go, and it's live on the site right now. It's technically supposed to be part of the November 8th launch, but I released it early. I just wanted to make sure it was all up and running, good to go before the launch, so I don't have to deal with any possible tech issues, but there weren't any issues. People have been buying it already, and it seems to be good. And I just want to say, once the physical coloring books eventually release, which will be sometime next year, they will come with a free copy of the digital download, so keep that in mind. Like if you want both, maybe just wait. I've got some paper samples coming in from a different manufacturer and hopefully it's good. Otherwise I'm going to keep looking. And now plans for today. I want to film the video you may have seen on Tuesday of showing off all the products for the shop update. So I'm not showing them off in this video. I've already posted a video showing all the products. But filming Bailey, what you're seeing right now, has yet to film that video, so I want to do that. My nails are so nasty. I've been meaning to repaint them, and I kind of don't want them to look like this in the video, so I might just repaint them now. That's gonna take a couple hours out of my day, but then it's done. It's also mail pickup day, so I'm gonna pack some orders. I want to photograph the t-shirts and edit those photos. One thing I've already done is list out the products for the video I'm going to film today. I want to have it all listed with the pricing and everything, so I've done that already. Got to film that showcase, edit it. I also want to vacuum upstairs, like vacuum and mop, because we have family coming over tomorrow morning. It's just like a day visit. They're not staying here overnight or anything, but I just want to clean the floors because they're due for that. They're always due for a cleaning, you know? Yeah, that's my plan for the day. So really there's not that much shop prep happening today. So let's head upstairs, start with the nails. This is the current state of my nails. Somehow they have not lifted. I don't know how. Usually index, finger, and thumb lift because I use those ones a lot, but this particular one held up. The color is just something else because they got stained with the hair dye. So they look a little periwinkle right now. They were originally a baby blue. And up close you can see the splotchiness and they're just so grown out. I did trim them last night because they were just so long. So now they look extra goofy. But I guess that saves me some time today because they're already trimmed. Woohoo! The thing is, I like when the nails lift because then they're easier to peel off instead of having to like use my little Dremel to sand them down and then soak them in the acetone. It takes so long. If I can just peel the nails off, it's so much faster. Even though you're not supposed to do that, I do it. Ooh, which color should I use? This one is empty. I barely had enough in there to paint my nails last time, but I kept it so that I know the name for when I get more. That's the color it was before it got stained. Green might be nice and autumnal. We're going with Pink Smoothie. Always need a metal nail file and the scraper. Always scrape my nails and dehydrate before applying the polish so that it lasts longer. Now can I lift it, please? You gotta be careful because the nail underneath will be kind of shredded. Although I swear the shredded nail is what makes the next coat, like the next round of polish, last longer. It's got a nice rough surface. So usually I still have long nails when I do this. And so I can get under with a nice edge, but because I cut them, I don't have that nail. Yeah, it's stuck on quite well. Wow. I usually just slide back and forth. Oh, but it kind of hurts with short nails. I might have to grind these down and soak. I don't have time for that. Heh. Although the thumb's gonna be the easiest. Thumb and index finger. So, they don't look that great, but that damage grows out. Like, I've never had a problem with this. And if anything, it's helping the gel stay longer. So, yeah. I scrape the surface to rough up the rest of the nail a bit, also to push back my cuticle. And yeah, I think that's why my nails last so long. So I always get questions about that. Also, when I'm curing them under the lamp, I typically do 3 fingers. Like I paint just 3 and then cure them because the gel can sometimes run down the sides of your nails. And so I'm trying to get them cured as quick as possible. So I'll do these 3 fingers and then these 2. And then once all 5 are painted, I put my whole hand under. I just have a really small lamp, so I have to curl my hand, but I like do a second curing because that thing will light up for a certain amount of time, whether I think it's like a minute. But I make sure to cure each layer twice. So there's the base coat, then there's 3 color coats, then the top coat. And each of those coats gets cured twice. But definitely don't do anything to moisturize your nail during the process until after they're done being painted because you want them dehydrated. And you know, sometimes my nails don't last that long. Sometimes I'm repainting one of my fingers after only a week. That's more rare, but it does happen, especially to my index finger. Usually I start to see some lifting after 2 weeks, but in this case, with these blue ones they didn't lift at all. And I'd say it's been a month since I repainted them. I can't remember exactly, but just based on how much they'd grown out, it had to have been a month. Okay, nails are done. It took a while. This color has a crappy applicator where the tip is cut blunt, so it's like flat bristles instead of curved. So it's so hard to get up close to the cuticle and have it be a clean line because you want to get close but not touching. So it was a bit of a struggle, but we got there. Okay, I'm mostly done the order packing. I've done 4 out of the 5 orders because for the 5th one, Christian made the wrong thing. So I'm gonna have to wait for him to do it. But there's other stuff on the machines currently. He's running silver floral sleeves and I need a fall floral sleeve. And the sleeves are the longest thing we have to embroider. Like combined, since both sleeves get embroidered, it's about 40 minutes per sleeve. So The zips take a while, so once his current sleeves are done, even if he's not done like the second half, he could swap the machine over and get the other one made. There should hopefully be time before the mail pickup. Actually, yeah, there's plenty of time. So I'll circle back to that later. I suppose next I'll do the t-shirt photography. Her stand pops out all the time, so I have to carry it by the stand. Tighten this. The poncho has got to go. I think I gotta pop an arm off. Careful with that arm positioning, girl. Now I think she's gonna need a size small. I mean, she almost could do it extra small, but I kind of like the fit of this. No passing.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna go crazy here. Okay. I'm breaking into a sweat. I need to take my sweater off.
Will more hands help you, or?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Oh, her armpit caught in this. Sweater's caught in the armpit. Okay, there we go. Oh, how pretty. Oh, I'm trying to spin her around. Her torso's coming undone. Okay, grab her by the hip. But I think that's a good size for her. So now I just need to grab one of each color for the cat version and one of each color for the dog version. So 8 shirts. I originally set aside some larges, thinking I was gonna model them, but now we have a mannequin, which will make it way easier to take the pictures. I don't even know who that was. That wasn't even Christian. Maybe I should iron or steam these because some areas are wrinklier than others. Look at this armpit. This isn't that bad, although this part got a bit crinkled. But like, I don't necessarily mind that. But just the way it was folded, it got a little pinched. So yeah, probably should do something about that. These boxes are driving me nuts, and they need to be taken out of here anyway before the shop updates, so I might do that now. I'm tempted to put the shirts in here. Now, some of these bins are quite full, some are empty. This was leftover stuff from the stationery collection, so that was back when we were pre-making all the embroidery stuff, and then just hoping it sells, like hoping you get everything right. Now we're doing the made to order, so that's left over from that. These are still listed on the website in separate listings from the made to order, but yeah, I need to move those. This bin here is all large pink hoodies. I don't think there's a single crew neck left in there, but yeah, just so many of them. Like, this is everything else, every other size combined here. But for large pink hoodies specifically, we made way too many. And the worst part is, about a month ago, someone ordered one of these, and Christian made a new one. So we weren't even able to get rid of one of these. But assuming extra small and small share a bin, we're still short. The bottom bin might have to be 4 and 5XLs combined. Luckily, shirts are small, so they don't take up that much space. But we are going to have to put all 4 colors into one bin, and then I guess cat and dog also. Like, everything's just going to have to be mixed together. Did I not make barcodes for these? Oh. I should barcode them before I put them away. Ah! But yeah, now I gotta make 5 billion barcodes and print them all out. Wow. An extra task I did not account for. Okay, I've created the SKUs. It's 68 different SKUs for the t-shirts. So to make the barcodes, I use Label Tech, code 128, and then I can type in the SKU there, generate. Wow, but I want it taller. I want the text bold and bigger. That looks pretty good. And I can just hit save. Boop. Now I could paste in the next one, or I can just delete the X. Generate. Click. And so on and so forth. Black is short enough of a word that I probably could have written it out entirely instead of shortening it. Oh well. I've already generated the barcodes. I'm not going back. I typically rename them to match the SKU, but I'm feeling lazy today, so I'm just not going to rename them. They're going to be in their own folder for these t-shirts, because I can make out the name in the barcode itself in the thumbnail, so I'm not going to rename them this time. Print out exactly this many of each, and if it all adds up, then we know our inventory count is correct. It's like our way of double checking the inventory. Also, I should point out, the reason we have so many 5XL Heather Gray is because I had to buy it in a case of 12. So we'll have lots of those. But we unfortunately could not get the Sage Green or the Dusty Rose in 5XL. So that one's only black and gray. Okay, the barcodes are made. Typically, Christian puts these on as he makes the garments, but I forgot to print these out. And then this is how we store the ones for made to order. And again, I need to print some more out. We have some empty slots that I need to refill. But like, that's all the pocket tees. These are for crew necks. And for those barcodes, it's not specific to color or design. It's just size and style. Otherwise, we would have way too many barcodes. Because there are technically 1,000 SKUs for the made-to-order apparel, but we've simplified it for the barcoding. So, looks like we have the Heather Gray here. XL. Where am I transferring this to? Just need somewhere temporary before I put them in the other bins. Now, according to my stickers, there should be a third somewhere. But the ones Christian did last, like we had some defective transfers and I had to order more in, and just some transfers were just missing from the order. So the ones he did last are separate. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. We have a large cat. Extra large.
Alright, got you the right one this time.
Oh, okay, I'll pack that order right now. Thanks. Yeah. Okay, packages are ready for pickup. Now back to barcoding. I did find that 2XL in the box, but I did not find the extra small, and the rest seem to be just black. So I gotta keep an eye out for that Heather Gray. It might be in here or it might be in a different box. I got through all the shirts and did not find that extra small, so I decided to just go through my bin because I thought maybe I threw it in here without a sticker. Yeah, it's right there. These are a bit of a mess. I'm gonna hate going through this on shop launch day. Ideally, dog and cat would be separated. And my 4XL, 5XL bin did get too full, so some of them are sitting over there. But like the black and dark Heather Gray look the same when they're in a bin because it's dark in there. And then trying to find cat versus dog, it'll be an adventure. I guess if I'm really struggling, I'll just try to bring more bins over and separate them out. But for now, we'll leave it. We're losing daylight. It's overcast to begin with, but also the sun sets an hour earlier now. Yay! Do I see 2 muskrats? I've never seen 2 at a time. One looks small. Is it a baby? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I might just do the photography tomorrow. It depends when family leaves. Like, they're not staying overnight here. They're just visiting during the day. So we'll see how much time I have after that, I guess. And the lights in here are not that bad. I could also set up my studio lights. They're currently at the photography station, but you know, I've got options. If I had to photograph in the dark, I could. But I do still also have to film the product showcase video. I was hoping to put in the apparel photos in the showcase, but I think instead I'll just hold up some of the shirts because it's 4:30 and I still have to film and edit that today, so I'm gonna prioritize that. I already have one of each print pulled out. I did that before to take photos of them and I put them away. So now I've pulled them out again to do the product showcase and I'll have to put them away again. Plus I have a separate stack pulled out, which just has the ones that were in the coloring book. That was my way of planning what art made it into the coloring book, was looking at my prints. So I'll have a lot to put away. But anyway, let's go filming. Okay, I went on a little side quest there. I still haven't filmed the video. I got an alert that a package I was waiting on was delivered. It was one of my big shipments of blanks, like blank apparel. These are expensive shipments. There were 2 gigantic boxes in this shipment, and the delivery photo I got showed someone else's house. So I recruited Christian and we were walking around trying to find the place, and Christian spotted it, and so we carried the boxes back home looking like porch thieves. We did talk to their security camera to be like, this is ours. That's not the first time this happened to me. The one time I ordered that corner rounder, it was delivered to a neighbor. Luckily just 2 doors down. This one was a little further away, but we got it, thankfully. Cause like, sure, S&S could send me a replacement and then they could file a claim for the lost shipment, but a lot of the stuff I ordered, I might have ordered like stuff that was almost out of stock. Who knows what they would have had left. So, crisis averted. I'm still waiting on more blanks because I ordered some from Independent Trading Co. Those will probably come sometime this week. I gotta calm my breathing, then film the video. Okay, the video is filmed. Supper's gonna be ready soon, so I'm gonna eat that, and then I'm gonna be coming back down here to edit. I've now eaten supper, and I cleaned up the kitchen, and a guy showed up at our house. The guy who lived at the house we took the packages from. I had given our address to their security camera because we were like, oh, our packages are misdelivered here. And I gave our address just in case they did want to confirm it wasn't their package or something like that. You know, just a way to get a hold of us so it's not like, police, these people took packages off our doorstep. So yeah, the guy showed up here. But it seemed like just an introduction and just being like, oh, if I get any more of your packages, I'll bring them over. But kind of also wording it like, don't worry about coming and getting them, I'll bring them to you. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna come get them. Especially this delivery, it was $1,000 order of blanks. I'm not just gonna leave $1,000 worth of stuff sitting on some rando's house front porch, especially if you don't know if they're gonna bring it back to you. This guy said he would, and I do believe him, but I just don't want to leave it sitting out. Now, before I edit the video I filmed, I want to show off some paper samples. So these samples came in earlier today. It's from a printer I'm looking into for the coloring books. Since the whole Mixam thing fell through and I can't find another printer who will do the perfect bound books, I'm like, you know what? We're looking elsewhere. So this is a Chinese company. They do have an office in Canada, but the manufacturing's all done in China. The Canadian office is in Red Deer. Oh. Anyway, they sent over a sample, like a paper sample book, and they sent over a sample coloring book, like someone else's book. And yes, this is a coloring book. There are pages to like write on and shapes to color in and stuff. Now, this is a little different than how mine will be. This is a matte cover. Matte black is a little scratch prone, so I won't be going with that, but I will be doing soft touch. I love soft touch, just like my prints. It's like an ultra matte. It looks so good. There's just like no reflection, and it feels nice to the touch. And I'm not sure what paper thickness they use and what cover thickness, especially because the cover has a laminate on top of it, which adds thickness, so I don't know. I think this might be their second thickest paper though. So yeah, someone in my YouTube comments recommended this place, and I did come across them in my Google search for a printer. They're really high in the Google search rankings. Because I was like, oh, I could probably just go with my sketchbook manufacturer. Their main thing is they print books, like printed books. And so I'm sure I could get my coloring book with them. But I just thought I would try this place out. And I saw that they had a sample book on their website. And I was like, oh, yes. That's exactly what I want. So it's got pages printed. Like, this is a glossy text paper. And it shows exactly which one it is. So it gets thicker. Gloss, 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 then matte, okay? It's still a slightly glossy, but it's like a coated matte, not uncoated. We would need something uncoated for a coloring book, which, you know, skip past all these. Uncoated paper series, that's what we're after. And so it's more like regular paper. Different thicknesses. That first one feels like printer paper, and then it's slowly getting thicker and thicker. And then it switches over to cover paper. So this is like ultra thick, but that's uncoated cover. We need the text, like the inner, because there's cover, and then there's text, okay? The inner pages are text. So this is their thickest text paper, and it feels nice. And I drew some shapes on it with my Copic multiliners. And then I colored them in. And it seems very promising. There's very minimal ink bleeding across the paper, like the ink is staying put. I have these pretty thin outlines, and it's not going outside the line. Maybe if you soak the paper enough. Oh my gosh. I didn't put a sheet behind. But yeah, it's looking really good, and like the color looks nice and flat. It seems perfect. And it was so handy having this book, and there's like the colored portion and the plain white portion, which is perfect for testing. Guess I could test on the back too, but Oh, also I was scrubbing at the text here with my colorless blender to see if the ink would smudge, and it didn't. So that solves the problem I was having with the Mixam sample, because this seemed promising at first till I tested it out. It also got soft touch cover and pages nice and thick. When I scribbled over the lines with the colorless blender, it smudged the ink. And then the beak here, for example, you can see the orange bled outside of the lines. And this has pretty thick lines, so even down here, I was struggling to stay in the lines. And that was ultimately what was the deal breaker for me, because obviously there were also those speckles around the lines, and they told me it would have to be vector to get around that. And that's annoying, but it's a doable fix. But ultimately, I just wasn't happy with the paper itself and the ink. And someone gave a good tip about waiting a week to see if the ink just needed to fully dry, fully cure, whatever it does. And so I tested again, but it still smudged. Here's another example of me trying to stay in the lines, and the ink just bled right out. So sad. So I might move forward with chin printing, reach out, get the ball rolling. And this little thing's pretty fun. Like, there's other samples at the back. Holographic. Well, there's hollow with some gloss, matte, and then sand. Oh yeah, it's like a textured, kind of like a pearl. Reminds me of the pearl finish from Vistaprint. And then there's even some fabric swatches. Whoa! Not many, but there's some. Specialty papers. It's just such a fun little book. I feel like one of those little kids with their sensory books. Lift the flap, touch the textures. Oh yeah. Then we got lamination, like the gloss, the matte, the soft touch, woohoo. And things like spot UV. That's when one section of it is glossy, like so the cup in this case. And then this is spot UV with embossing, so you can feel the texture of the bubbles. Whoa. Gold foil. Embossed gold foil, foil colors, and then just some tips like make sure it's high resolution so it doesn't look blurry. Here's how much of a bleed you should have on everything, which I think is my current bleed, which is perfect. I don't have to adjust my files. Paper thickness reference. Oh, that's useful. What we do, different styles of books and things, boxes, even board games. Whoa, wait a minute! I didn't notice the puzzles before. Wait a minute. I still want to do a puzzle. Okay, enough of that. I have to go edit, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This one, there's some loose stuff here, maybe a couple loose threads here to trim. Although something like this, I would possibly just leave for you to trim yourself. I'm not going to open up every bag that has a loose thread, because a lot of them do. But this was more of the issue where it's a little messy here. Oh, there's the doorbell just rang. I gotta go.